Hello, Marcy. Hello, I see you looking. Hello, Lynette. Hello, loving my grandson. Hello, Mocha. Hello, Love Chops. Hello, Ali. Hello, Mimi Four. Hello, Classy Lady. Hello, Sally Sings. Hello, Bridget. Hello, Yo-Yo That Girl. Hey, guys. What y'all been up to today? Are you not happy that, at least for me and others, the work day is completed? Now we can just relax and have grown folks conversation and sip on your wine or your lemonade, your tea, whatever it is that you like to do, and kick up your feet and kick up your heels and relax your feet. Hello, Miss Run Up a Bag. I saw you on yesterday, and I was saying, did I speak to my Virgo sister? And I don't know. I hope I did, because that bothered me last night. Because I saw you, and I don't know whether I said hello or not. Hello, Lovey T. Loving my life. Hello, everyone. Hey, Bushwatchers. Everybody hit the like button as you enter into the room. Let's talk some more about this situation that's still buzzing throughout the YouTube streets. I heard some disturbing news today that I never knew. Now, a lot of you guys have been following this story way before I even came to social media. So you all might already know of this, but I did not know the story behind this. I didn't know until I listened to Killakenz speak on it. Thank you, Miss Rumperbag. Thank you for starting off my goal. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And thank you for being a member for 14 months. You showing out, girl. You showing out. I'd be glad when you start coming more so I can show you the same support, because it is reciprocated. So I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Let me see something, guys. I'm always, let me see what I do. Okay, wait a minute. I know what I gotta do. So, okay, there you guys go. I was looking for my chat. Okay, so everybody's speaking to everybody. I thought that I would come on this evening because I know usually on Friday we have Girl Talk Friday. And since our queen is out for a few more days, I just thought I'd go live just to talk and entertain you guys but normally we would be waiting on her to come live. Um, so I was listening to Killakenz, and did you all know that at the age of 6 years old, he was SA through fellatios with some stranger? How many people in the chat knew that? I had never heard that story before. He spoke on that. I guess he did it yesterday. I don't know, because he had so many videos, but I heard it and I was like, what? Hey, Tony Lawson, this lady, oh my God. I just cannot believe her doing all this yelling and screaming and blaming everything on her son, talking about how he was such a bad child. 6 years old, guys. And do you know that there was people in her chat saying that he has to take some type of responsibility? Let me mind you guys that he was a real child. He was a kid. All of this took place between the ages of 6, and it could have went back further. It could have been young as 4. But I heard 6, and then 9, I heard 13. Those are the ages of children. They have no responsibility, and there's nothing that they should be taking responsibility over. They're in their parents' care, and their parents are supposed to protect them. So whoever in that chat that said he got to take some responsibility also, are we talking about the same situation or what? Thank you, Bama. Thank you. You've been showing out, girl. Thank you so much. Let's see, somebody over Bama had a comment. Say, I heard him say that. Says classy lady before. Oh, you heard it before. Hello, life lesson. How are you? Well, don't you work too hard, girl. And thank you for listening. I see you look and say, I heard him say that. Wow, how sad. Guys, now what made my mouth drop open was the blind babysitter. Wow. Totally blind. People going in and out of this lady's home, and she's blind. Wow. That takes away everything that you can call yourself a good mother, a good parent. It's no way. A good parent would allow a blind person to watch their young children, because not only is it's safe, it's not safe, it's dangerous, because the kid could start a fire, the kid could get out the door without the blind person seeing them leaving. People can come in and do what they did to him. And I just can't. He said my mom was out there doing whatever she be doing. I'm like, girl, do you all know that? Well, let me see. I don't want to go too fast. Let me slow down. Let me see. Bridget says, okay, let's see. It's about time I'm able to catch a live. Okay, thank you, Bridget, for being here. Classy lady speaking to everybody. Ollie says Chatham. Olive, Cheatham or Chatham? I think it's Cheatham. Cheatham. Hey, beautiful, and all of my sisters. Hello to you. Coming too fast. says Mossy. Miss Rumpelbay say hey to everybody. She's been a member for 14 months. Leslie Cole is here. Working in the heat. Be careful out there, Bridget. Cheryl McHale is speaking. Hello, sister. Yo-Yo, that girl is speaking. Everybody that's not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to the channel. Mossy said happy Friday to everybody. Cousin Patsy is here. I got to tell y'all something else I heard about that claiming people. Now, I love my sisters and brothers and cousins. It's genuine. I don't do it because I want something or I expect something. But I heard another content creator was describing, you all remember the young man that we just was recently introduced by the name of Carter? They said that he called people his family because by saying that makes people feel obligated to support you or to give you money and stuff like that. And you guys know the first name that popped in my head, right? That damn thief. Auntie Judy, Auntie Ruby, Auntie Maddie, Cousin Handsome, all of these family members, she started off like that. It was all a game, guys. It was all a game. Just so though we had said that before, I think several of us had already peeped that. We said only reason why she calling them her family members is because she wants something from them. And we hit the nail on the head, guys. We were so right. We were so right. We were so right. I am Octavia. I see you looking, Andrew. Hello, it's me, Riri. Are you modding or are you driving home, sister? Miss Rumpelbad say, I'm driving but listening. Bridget say, Grant, I just took a cold shower trying to cool my body down. Me and this heat doesn't get along. Nobody. You just be safe because us, as being older, we don't need to be in that heat like that. That can bring on a heat stroke. You could be trying to cool your body down too fast. So just be safe, sister. Be careful, please. Please, because you know you have a lot of people on this social media red planet that love you and we care about you. So take care of yourself. Bama is speaking to everybody. She blessed my platform along with Miss Rumpelbag. Moxie Oaks is speaking to Bridget and say, get you some good rest. It's 3-digit degrees here in California, says Bridget. I know that's right. I know that's right. Moxie said, what it do, Bama? Virgo it is. Hey, sister. Everybody speaking. Tony Lawson is speaking. Leslie Cole said, yeah, I remember. Y'all know when I say, yeah, I remember. What song I got that from, guys? Let me see how fast you guys are. Where did that phrase come from? Yeah, I remember. But I know you ain't gonna sing that song. The melody is nice. I'm gonna give y'all 3 more hints. I know y'all know where that phrase came from. Bam is speaking to everybody. Miss Rumpelbad says, wow. Cheryl McHale said, I heard him tell the story before. I see you looking. Say, I heard him say that. That's sad. Um, Thank you for. I got it in at the bottom. Life lesson. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, sis. We got 3 guys. Bridget says, yes, I knew one of Bumpy's friend. Wow. Okay, now you did? Whoa. You knew one of her personal friends? All right, Bridget. Life lesson says, Granny. Okay, she's at work. And Lynette says, speaking to Miss Rumper Bag. Bama say, much love, Granny. Brittany say, hey, what to do? I put several cooked dishes in the sister circle for you. Cheryl McHale said, the thing that was done to this child is very disturbing. I don't understand why this woman was not put under the jailhouse. Well, y'all know that he told us that his mother, she was very calculating, guys. It's so much of the story that we would never know. He said that she would always try to isolate them, put them in areas where they knew nobody. She wouldn't let them go around people. She wouldn't move them close to family members so family members could check on them. That's a real mammy dearest right there, guys. We knew this girl was messed up. And she's been out here on social media for the past few days, all of this week, yelling to him, telling him he is messed up and he needs help. Do you know that she said that she went and got help for herself? There go that head again, shaking my damn head. Girl, you ought to stop. It's so many of us out here that's been watching you for the past 4 years. You have never went and got any help. Oh, wow. Wow. I've been through that Death Valley. Wow, Bridget. That's something else. Well, listen, guys. This lady is telling him to get off social media and go get help. And when he go get help, he can call her so they can talk about it. All this stuff that you put this child through. Y'all see why we have so much to be thankful for. I thank God he didn't put me in a family like that. And I know my mother had issues because my mother was married at the age of 15. And her family, they didn't help her because back in those days, once you took on a husband, your family kind of like got out of the situation. They didn't get in your business and they just let whatever happen in some cases. Because I had heard different people say, if I had all those brothers and my husband was trying to fight me, my brothers would have tore that ass up. But my mother's family wasn't like that. My mother had 7 brothers, but my father abused her on a regular. And they never jumped in. So I came from a family that they mind their own business. If that was your husband, they didn't get into those situations. But we just have so much to be thankful for that we didn't have a mom like her. We didn't have a mom like that. And she really, really treated that boy bad. The things he went through with her blows my mind. Who seeks out a blind babysitter to watch this 6-year-old child? He said that he was 6 years old when his mother got pregnant with the twin boys. And he had been the baby for so long, he didn't know nothing about being no big brother. And he talks about how she beat him all the time. And you guys remember on yesterday, I said when he did that, as far as putting the toy up in his behind, she should have put him to the side and talked to him. That's what he said. He said, what my mom should have did, she know I was a child. I didn't know no better. I didn't know anything about none of that stuff. He said from the age of 6 years old, she was accusing him of messing with boys. And we all know that a child that young don't know anything. But I think she was reflecting and having flashbacks on her childhood, because we know what happened to her at the age of 4. Boy, these are some stories I never would have ever known about if I hadn't came to social media. I don't know nothing about this life right here, but I heard her story and how her mother dropped the ball and chose the man. I have heard those type of stories many a time in the news or reading an ad or something like that, but to see somebody, a real person, to talk about that was their real life, how at the age of 7 years old, she's hanging around with 12, 13, 14, and 15-year-old girls, and they got her doing all types of stuff. They licking on her. And I said, where was her parents? Where was her mom? Okay, I take that back. Where was her legal guardian? Where was her grandmother when all this was going on? She said in one incident, the little girl whose house she was over, mother was sitting right downstairs while they was upstairs doing God knows what. And this is what that boy had to go through. I can just visualize her trying to stay in seclusion so people don't know how she's treating her kids. I know she have scared the bejesus out of those other 3. That's why she's so sure they will never turn on her. Even her eldest son, Killakenz, says he was so afraid of her. He said he was so afraid of her. And now she comes out and say, that boy wasn't afraid of me. Yes, he was. Hell, some of us scared of you. I can just imagine. You never listened to him. You always yelled and screamed and cussed at him and accused him of doing grown people stuff. You took no accountability. That the stuff that you was exposing him to, you didn't care who watched him. I heard somebody say that she used to walk the street in Depends. I guess she was trying to go viral during those times. I heard a person that used to watch her videos way before I came to social media, back in 2014, 2010, said she used to walk around with Depends on, guys. This lady been disturbed for a long time. And I look at all the people that support her. A lot of things that she did, guys, she did on social media, right in your face. I know when I first came to social media and I turned to her page and I heard the way she was yelling at the kids, that first thing I told her, why are you yelling at those children like that? And by this time, she had 100,000 supporters. Nobody said nothing. I know she blocked a lot of people. I know she blocked a lot of people, and I'm sure those were the people that was trying to tell her, don't do this, don't do that. So she was separating the people that would allow her to do anything she wanted to do and still support her. And the people that would try to tell her she was wrong, she need to do better, she'll block them. So I know that's what she did. I know that's what she did. Hello, Emma Coleman. Hey, Tracy, Mike. Mocha said, your hair looks so pretty today. Aw, I'm getting ready to go to my new do. I might give it this week and next week, but I'm getting ready to change. But I thank you for your kind words. I thank you for your kind words, darling. I see you look and say, apparently she was blind and deaf. Oh my goodness. You know, you're talking about because she didn't hear the boy in the room? Girl, that is too sad. I can't even wrap my mind around that. I was so overprotective of my sons. Boy, I used to drill them all the time. Like, did anybody touch you in the wrong places? Did anybody touch you right here? Did anybody touch you right here? No, mom. No, mom. You gonna let me know, right? I don't care if they tell you that they gonna hurt me. Don't you listen to that. You better tell me if anybody ever touch you inappropriately. I used to always talk to my boys like that. Always, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tell me. I don't care if they try to tell you they're gonna come and unalive everybody in the family. Don't you worry about that. I got this side. I got us. So that's how I was with mine. So I just don't see how she will allow a blind and a deaf woman to watch her son. She probably come out here and say that it didn't happen. But guys, I want to tell you guys. So I want to put a pin in that for a minute. I want to tell you guys something. Now, you guys tell me, did I not hear last year, about a year and a half ago, that Tree said that Remy had been touched? Did I not hear that? Did I not hear that? Because I think I did a whole live about it. I was so upset with her because she was supposed to protect her. And she did it, like when she went to the Bahamas and she was running behind up top. And then when she came back, she was just putting the little girl, anybody that would watch her, her friends, she let her stay with her friends 2 or 3 weeks. She'd give them some money to watch her. Lovey, thank you. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I got you. It's me, LaWanda. Name change alert. Okay. Lock D. Okay, do you want me to say it out loud or not? But anyway, guys, listen. Tony Lawson said, yeah, she did say that. Did anybody else hear that? I did a live about it. She came and told everybody, well, y'all, I'm telling y'all around the time and everything. I'm just going to tell y'all, Remy I ain't say her name. My daughter been touched. And everybody was like, what? And everybody like, did you take her to the doctor? Who did it? And, she's like, it was my cousin's son. Some craziness. Y'all remember that, right? Do you know she's out here now saying it never happened? She said yesterday that it never happened. And I'm just looking at her. And I'm like, why are you contradicting yourself again? You for sure. Hello, the life of Patricia Stevens. Lock, lovely. I love that because she have locks. Okay, I love that. Oh wow. Okay, guys, let me alert everybody. Bridget say when she's lying, she always licks her lip. Why she want him to get help when that little girl need help? Actually, all of them children. Yes, we have been telling her that when the first time we heard about the SA charge or being accused of that, we said, why don't you take all your kids, everybody go get help, go talk to somebody? And she said that she did it, but she didn't. She lied. She was just saying anything to calm the people down. She said anything to calm the people down. Hello, Small Talk with Lakeisha. Hello, Zaza. Hello, Marianne Watson. Hello, Starburst. How's everybody? Marianne, happy birthday to your lovely husband. Tell him I wish him many, many more. Everybody hit the like button. Yes, Tracy, better right. Nobody said who sung that song and who made that. I know you're not gonna sing that song. And what was it? What was the phrase that I was talking about, guys? Anyway, let me keep going. I tell you to come back to me. Hello, Rebecca. Andy Joe says, hi, Auntie. I'm wonderful, Rebecca. Hey, Let's Rock. Let me find your name. I don't see you, but somebody's speaking to Let's Rock. How you been doing? There you are. Okay, she's working but listening. Sherelle says, well, did she get any or buy any new teeth being that everybody is auntie? Girl, you is too funny. Yes, Sherelle McKell, they paid her numerous times to go. They gave her plenty of money and still giving her the money, but she's addicted to the machines. She put every dime that she have in the machine. So everybody's still auntie and everything, but she got to care about herself. They give her the money. What she do with the money, once they give it to her, they can't really follow it around and make sure she do the right thing with it. If everybody hit that like button for me, I would appreciate it. Let's right say, yes, I remember that. Yeah. Now, on yesterday, she said, ain't none of my other kids never been touched. That's what she said. Ain't none of my other kids ever been touched. So my eyebrows went up and the red flag went up. I say, wait a minute. Didn't you just tell us that the little girl was touched by your cousin's son? So why don't you just quit lying? Why don't you just come clean and be done with it? Why are you just lying? Why, if you do things that you can't live down, don't do them. I told you when I first started following this story that my advice to you was to bring your son on social media live and apologize to him. He do not owe you an apology, Trace. Teenager, aka Killakenz, do not owe you an apology. He's the child. You dropped the ball on him. Now, do your mother owe you an apology? Yes. Do your grandmother owe you an apology? Yes. But your child do not owe you an apology. Stop saying it. He don't owe you an apology for coming out here telling his story. What happened in his life under your care? Under your care. We told you when you told your story years ago that you needed some therapy because your mom, I don't even want to call her mom because that's too polite. Your mammy messed you up. If she didn't empty a clip in that son of a biscuit eater that did that to you, she effed you up. She effed up your mind. And then you out producing children when you're still messed up, when you're still broken. And you out here trying to start a family, but your mind all messed up. Nobody ever got help for you. So going in under that, why did you think that you could be a perfect mother or parent when you were so messed up? You saw so much. You heard so much. The whole family was jacked up. Some of the stuff you came out and told and revealed to everybody, a lot of us would have took that as to our grave. But you wanted the money so bad. What you are criticizing him for doing, you told your life story. You talked about the mother letting you be as 4 years old. You talked about the grandmother working witchcraft along with the auntie. You talked about the uncle digging up babies' graves in the cemetery. You talked about so much stuff. You are completely messed up. And you made enough money to get help. I don't know why you didn't want that for yourself. You should have wanted that for yourself, girl. But I guess you convinced yourself that you was all right. No way you was all right. No way you was all right. What happened to you at 4 years old was awful. You had been traumatized for the rest of your life. You were supposed to seek counsel. Why didn't CPS remove you from the home and get you psychological help? Did anybody take you to the hospital when that happened to you? Or are you lying about that too? A child and a grown-up? You had to be injured. You had to go to the hospital. I guess by your mother being that type of nurse, she just nursed you back to health. You know, you like to touch on stuff, but you don't give us all the details. Make it make sense. Hello, Caleb. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Tamika. Yes, Tonight is the Night by Betty Wright. Y'all is so slow with your answers. Granny been talking 30 minutes and here go all these answers. That is too funny to me. That is hilarious. Meet me a force or oh my. Michelle P. Hey, Michelle P. Cheryl McHale said you can literally see the hurt and pain in his eyes. Yeah. He gets choked up. He gets choked up a little bit telling his story. I hope that he said that it stops here. He said the generational curse stops here. It stops with me. Well, teenager, Killakenz, the only way that's going to take place if you're going to have to go and talk to somebody and get it all out and continue to do your life. Of course, I'm not telling you not to, but that type of trauma, you have to go talk to somebody. You have to be able to go talk to somebody with that type of trauma. And they would give you resolutions. They would give you something to, some type of exercise that you can do. They would give you advice, but you cannot harbor that type of anger for your mom or for your life, that resentment for why you was put into that family, that resentment of that bad. You felt as though your grandmother on your dad's side gave you bad advice and your mother punished you over that. But that was good advice, but it just didn't happen. She said, tell the truth so they can get some help for your mom. So by saying that let everybody know that your mother was disturbed. Your mother needed some help, some mental help. I don't even know why they allowed her to raise you 4 children, because she have messed you guys up. But I'm just so proud of you. I don't know how you did it, but you have become a intelligent, handsome young man with your head on your shoulders straight. Even though I'm sure when you have your quiet time and your alone time, you think about your life. That's when the psychiatrist steps in and give you things that you can focus on so that you won't walk around being traumatized your entire life. Your mother was disturbed when she was raising you guys. Let me see what Leslie says. She should have had broken that chain when she started having kids, considering she went through the same thing as a child. I wonder why she didn't seek out help. I guess because she was just so broken, guys. Her brain was so messed up. She convinced herself that it was normal. You all know she always talk about everybody hunch. Everybody be hunching when they're a child. She would say stuff like that to make her feel better about herself. She would say stuff like that to justify the things that happened to her. But that's not a normal behavior if you don't know that. But by you thinking that, I'm sure your younger kids that's still in your care, they think that because that's what they hear you saying all the time, that it's normal for siblings to hunch on each other. It's normal. They hear you saying that, but it's not. It's not a normal behavior. Does it take place in many of homes? Yes. But that doesn't mean that it's right, and it doesn't mean that it's normal. That is not normal behavior. It is not. LaWanda say, Killakenz is a very intelligent, handsome young man. His future is bright. In Jesus' name, I pray for him. Absolutely. I think he's going to be just fine because he's a lot smarter than his mother. He's a lot smarter, even though he's been traumatized, so traumatized. It just hurts my soul when he talks about how she allowed different guys to beat him so bad. He said, of course he did bad things because he was a kid, but to let somebody that wasn't his father, wasn't a family member, beat him so bad. Y'all heard him say she threw keys at his head and cut his eye wide open. He bled on everything. She did some really mean things to him. Why do you all think that she tortured him so bad? Like I told you guys, when I whooped my sons, my elder sons, um, when the younger ones came on, I stopped. But I stopped with them as well. I said, this is not right. I'm not going to do it. And I stopped. Why did she continue to abuse him? He thinks that she hated him. He thinks that she never had love for him. And she displayed nothing but resentment. He said that she hated his father, so she took it out on him. We know a lot of women, they do that. They hate the dad so bad that they take it out on the child. Michelle P. said he still love her. Yes, he still love her, but he want to know why she don't love him. That's his mother. He just want her to admit what happened. Then maybe they can move on. That's what I said earlier this week. He just want an apology. He just want an acknowledgement that, yeah, I messed up. But you out here just lying and lying. You have come, look guys, I'm going to tell y'all something that's so crazy. She think if she keeps saying that she didn't do it, it's going to go away. She's trying to convince herself that it never happened, but it did. And you know that it did. Why don't you just make it easy on yourself and say, yep, I did that. I was messed up. Because first of all, Trees, everybody out here that been following your story know that you was messed up as a kid. Everybody know what happened to you. How could you not be messed up in the head and make all of those mistakes with your children when you never got help for yourself? So first of all, everybody know that. I don't know why you out here trying to perpetrate a good parent when you didn't even have a good, you don't even know what that looks like. You don't even know what that looked like. How can you be something that you never saw? Bridget said, Granny, he spoke of something sexual and he was 2. Wow. I think I heard her say that. She knew when he was 2 years old, he was going to be part of the LGBTQ community. She said that. Hopefully he will bring it up. Someone had him giving them blank allegedly, a fellatio. That's what I was speaking about. But he was talking about the blind lady at 6 years old. So that happened to him more than once. And look, guys, thank you guys for hitting that like button. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for giving. I thank you guys for the super chat, the super stickers. Thank you guys so much. But listen, he said that his mother, she would always be walking around telling everybody, ain't nobody never touched my child. Because if somebody was to touch my child, I would know. I would know. If anybody ever touched any of my kids, I would know. Shaking my head. You didn't know. And he said he kept it from you for a long time because he know you was going to blame him because you blame him for everything. You blame him for everything. Boy, boy, boy. It's a wonder if you didn't unalive that boy. You beat him so much. God has a calling on his life. While you out here talking about God gonna remove him. No. If God was going to remove him, he would have removed him from under you. But since he has such a calling on his life, he is protected. Because what you put that child through, because of your hurt, because of your trauma, what you put that child through. This is the time for him to talk about it. Just like you came to a time in your life to tell what happened to you. Now this is his time to tell what happened to him under your supervision. I know it was a little odd when I heard about the pregnancy that you had. When the doctors told you that that child was not going to make it. Because the baby that you was carrying, they called it some type of deformity where they didn't have their skull. But yet you still wanted to carry the baby full term. How can you do that? We knew right then something was wrong with you. You carried a unalive fetus in you for full term until they deliver it. That was something that was very disturbing. That was very disturbing. You thought you were doing something that was pleasing to God because you said you don't believe in aborting a baby. So you thought in your head, if you carry an unalive fetus in your body, at least you wasn't aborted. The baby was already unalive, girl. I'm shocked that the doctors let you do that. I would think that would be dangerous for you. So you think that the bag that the fetus was in protected you? Because that is so weird. This is your life, and everybody's talking about it. Beatrice say, Bumpy, you will see this again. God is not pleased with you. All she does is lie. Killakenz is telling the truth on her. I hate to say this, but she looks guilty. Y'all see how tired she look? She ain't been sleeping. Because you know why? Instead of resolving this 2.5 years ago, coming clean, apologizing to your child, you let the pride take over and you running with the lie. You running with the lie. You could have resolved this 2.5 years ago when it first came out, when he was 18. 16, however old he was when he told this story for the first time. You didn't think it was going to come back again. It's going to keep reoccurring. God is trying to tell you something. He wants you to go ahead and free yourself from the guilt. You was a piss poor mammy to that child. I don't know how you are with the other 3, but with that one, you dropped the ball. It was disturbing, devastating. It was a whole disaster. His upbringing. And you got to free yourself of that guilt. Come out here and tell the truth, because you keep it 100, remember? You love to say that. Well, keep it 100 now. Stop calling him a liar. Everybody know he's telling the truth. So you can say what you want to say and your supporters can believe what they want to believe, but you fail every question on the lie detector test. He passed every question. I think it was 3 questions or 5 questions. He passed each and every one of them with flying colors. You failed every single one of them drastically. You failed every question. You didn't even pass 1 question. You failed every question. And I think when you went to the guy that did the lie detector test, I think you wrote down the questions that you wanted him to ask you. I really don't know how that went, how that worked, but you failed all the questions. After you was so sure you was going to pass. So you all know how people can bury something so deep down, because even Killakenz say he suppressed that trauma so deep that a lot of things he had forgot about. But now that he's opening up, talking about it, all of this stuff is rushing back to him like a flood. And he's remembering things that took place. So this girl got to get a grip. What it do say, they all are sick. Look at how Wanda was looking, knowing she can't walk like that. But she was pushing her and everything. She's sick. How she did Auntie Wanda, that's what she called the lady guy. So I thought it was somebody, I thought it was one of her family members had moved in with her. But I discovered on yesterday evening that it's one of her supporters from social media she let move into her home. Cheryl McHale says she see how the kids be looking when she had them doing those disgusting skits. Baby's so scared. Small Talk with Lakeisha says, he said his mammy was his first bully. He sure did. And she surely was. She had that boy terrified of her. He said, but he ain't scared of her no more. He said he ain't scared of her no more. Tamika say, I believe she was jealous of how the twins' grandmother took excellent care of them. So she snatched them up out of her home just to come home and be her slave. So, Tamika, I'm so happy that you're in my live. I watch all of your videos and I follow you on Facebook, so you'll know that. But listen, what I think happened in that situation is that when Grandma Jackie first got the twins, she was not asking for any money. Treese was still able to receive whatever benefits they're getting from their father, from the state, whatever. But when their grandmother saw how difficult it is to try to raise kids without any income, she started asking Treese for money to buy clothes, to keep their hair cut, and and plus one of them was going to talk to a psychiatrist or something like that, because they discovered he had issues, guys. One of the twins, when he was living with his grandmother, had a little boy in the restroom trying to make the little boy do things, try to make the little boy do fellatio on him. One of the twins did that. So they said that he was disturbed and they wanted to get him some counseling. So I don't know whether you guys remember this, but I've been following this story like for 4 years. And so I think it had something to do with that, Tamika. I think when she started asking for money, that's when she took them back. She's like, I'm not going to give you their disability check or their children, spousal, children check that they get for their father being unalive. I'm not going to give that to you. I'll just get my own kids. So she let her get them. But yeah, I think it had absolutely something to do with money. It had absolutely something to do with money. But that was a great observation on your part. Great observation. Cheryl McKay said, Granny, the recent skit not too long ago, she was outside with the pamper on. I remember, and had all that white stuff around her mouth. And she was like pretending like she was a crackhead or something like that on the corner begging for change. Yeah, I saw that. She even went to her grandmother's house, put it on. Yeah. Michelle said she did a skit not too long ago in the pen. Yes, I saw that. Starburst 6 Days said, Granny, she just did that about 3 weeks ago. Out on the street with a depend on. Yes, but I heard somebody today said that they supported her way back when, in 2014. And they said she always walked around with diapers on. So I don't know what they was talking about, but I just brought that up because they said she was doing it back then. Leslie say, they scared of her. I'm dang sure not scared of her or anyone else, says Leslie. She sure did, says Michelle. Sherelle said, Michelle, she sure did. They scared of her, okay. G. Locks, the lovely, is speaking to everybody. Granny, no, I do stoop that low. I don't stoop that low. I don't stoop that low, says Bridget. I don't stoop that low. I was saying, one, if Bumpy Friend had that baby, give him, oh, got it. Fellatios. She been a disgusting mammy forever, says Leslie. Lynette says, hey, Lot Lovely. Yes, she did say that, asked Granny. Yes, she did say that. You heard it first. And everybody's talking about her saying that her daughter had been touched. Blessed Dynasty is speaking to everybody. Hello, sister. How are you? Leslie said, Granny, I'm the same way I always told my kids, my grandkids, to always let me know if anybody touched them inappropriately. Yes, if they say they're going to hurt me, still tell. Sherelle said, I didn't understand, like her son said, why does she need to get up on social media to tell everybody that her child has just gotten her? Yes. Why does she have to do that? He said, even with him being as old as he is now and growing up under her care, he told her that she embarrassed him when she came and told everybody. After he told her, he admitted to her that somebody had did that to him. He said she told everybody in the family. She came to social media, told everybody on social media. He said he was so embarrassed. And he was like 6, 7 years old. And she telling everything. Anything for that dollar. She humiliated her kids. Not even giving a dang how she made them feel. Everybody hit that like button for me. Everybody hit the like button for me. I appreciate it so much. For some money, says Cheryl. That's right. All of this for some money. That's why when she got that money, guys, it ran through her hands the way that it did, and she lost everything because she would do anything for the money. And she loved to say, money is the root of all things. She loved to say that. Well, guess what? You love money, girl. You love money. You'll do anything for money. You have made your children's life a whole sideshow. A whole sideshow. They so tired of that darn camera being up in their face, they can't do nothing without you trying to record it. They are so sick of you. They so sick of you making their life a whole movie. They don't have no privacy at all. I said, she told Killakenz to go get help. And I wrote by that, take your own advice. Take your own advice. Go get help. Go get help. You know something is strange if you're trying to keep them isolated. Everybody been asking you for years why the little girl don't have no friends. The little girl told you. She said, I don't have any friends. She had a birthday. She didn't have nobody to celebrate her birthday with her but you. And then you took her to eat some food that no child would want on their birthday. The little child is crying out to you. Why don't I have friends? Why can't I have friends? You so afraid, you watching her like a hawk. Talking about, I keep her up in my behind. She can't do nothing without me. If you see me, you see her. If you see her, you see me. And I tell her teachers at school to do the same thing. The only reason why you have that attitude is because you know you have messed her up. You know you have messed her up. She's traumatized. All of your kids are traumatized. Every one of your kids have been traumatized. And that's sad. Hey, Nikki G. Tamika say, if it's a lie, Granny, she told it. Yeah. Absolutely. Life lessons say, Granny, it saddens me how she deprived her kids of food and has no shame. And she does this thing on social media, live. Everybody see it. She have gotten better since we started getting on her behind about not feeding them. Now she still eat her crab legs every day, 4 or 5 times a week. But she buy them certain foods now. They get pizza, they get noodles, they get ramen noodles and stuff like that. So she have finally saw the light with that. Stop not feeding them. And you get fatter and fatter and fatter. All that butter. They got to eat your scraps. You spitting all over in there. Cracking the shell. Spitting all over the food. Then calling them, asking them, do they want it? So sad. None of us, excuse me, y'all, give me a minute. None of us would treat our kids that way. Not a one of us over here would treat our kids that way. I had to give myself a throat lozenge because my throat got kind of dry when I was talking so long like that. None of us would ever treat our kids that way. We would not be on live TV, social media, spitting in the food, calling neighbors to come get some. Everybody hand down in the pot. Then the children get to eat last. You just eating and eating and eating on every live. They waiting on you to get them some food. You sitting up there, well, I'm going to give them the corn. Well, I let them have the egg. Instead of them big teenage boys having their own food. Thank you, classy lady, for the sticker. But I noticed that she have gotten better. I don't know whether I'm just seeing things. I hate to speak too fast because as soon as you speak positive, she'll let you down. As soon as you say something good, she'll let you down. She'll do the opposite. As soon as you say something good, she'll do the opposite. So we're going to continue to watch, and we're going to continue to speak on it. If we see her letting those children be hungry while she eat 3, 4, 5 times a day. Lot Lovelace say yes, because it's always too much trauma to deal with alone. But I'm glad he's venting and he's helping others with similar situations. Have y'all noticed how many people coming out with a story just like his? I'm so happy for him to see that he is not alone. Killakenz, is so many people had piss poor parents, mothers, fathers, guardians. So many people got messed up in the foster system. So many. But that does not have to be your story. And you can overcome your circumstance. You are not at fault. I am shocked to hear somebody call a 3-year-old evil. A 3-year-old child is not evil. A 3-year-old child don't even know right from wrong. A 3-year-old child don't even know hot. Don't touch that. You're going to burn yourself. These are the learning stages when they are 2, 3 years old. How could you call your child evil at 3 years old? That is disturbing. There's so many things about you that is not right. These people are dropping her now like hotcakes. It was so many people, newcomers, because I saw her numbers start to rise again because she was doing so many skits. It was so many people did not know her story. They just know the skits. And that's why she is frantic, because everybody's finding out her true story. She don't talk about it as much as she used to. But just when she thought things was getting ready to be back on track, her son comes out and start talking about the trauma that she put him through. If she would only stop denying it, if she would only just come out and tell the truth and apologize and say, I made mistakes. See, we all know that as parents, we make mistakes. We all know that. No perfect people, but we don't have to lie and call our kids everything but a child of God. She don't call him, stop calling him the B word, girl. call those other twin boys the B word too. I bet you called a little girl the B word. She's gonna walk around, the little girl, when she grow up, and she's gonna accept men calling her the B word. It's gonna be normal to her. Her mama called her that her whole life. It's gonna be acceptable for her. When does it stop with you? If you go get help, it'll stop today. You cannot heal yourself from the trauma that you experienced as a child. You was traumatized, and you have traumatized each and every one of your children. They have all been traumatized, and you know it. That's why you don't allow them to be around people. It's no telling what you done to that girl. God forbid. It's no telling. Only thing we know is everything Killakenz is saying that you did when you was abusing him, how you kept him isolated from the world. We see you doing that with her. So it's no telling what you have already done to her, because you sure don't want her around anybody. You don't want her around anybody. So that raised some eyebrows, some red flags go up, sirens and everything go up, lights go to flashing, caution, danger, danger. Who don't want their child to have friends? You know you don't mess her up. I think you came out here last year and you were so upset because you said that you could not stop your daughter from touching on people, children her age, boy, girl, didn't matter. And you was mad because you have to watch her at all times. You did that to her. She didn't just start doing it. She learned from you. And now she can't even have a normal childhood because you out here watching everything that she do, so afraid that she's going to touch somebody, you're going to get arrested for it. What a mess, guys. What a mess. What a mess. Bridget said, Granny, I can't understand why she's so against his preference when she been by since she was 5. That came out of her mouth. That's right. I agree with you, Bridget. Lot Lovely say, thank you, classy lady. Lot Lovely say, she said that little girl was touched. She lied. She lied so dang much. She forget what she say about what she say. That's right. Now she said yesterday none of her other kids ever been touched. She told everybody this last year or the year before that the little girl been touched because everybody was mad. Now, how did you let that happen? She thought, well, it just happened. It wasn't my fault. I didn't know. He was with my cousin. My cousin's son did it. You said all of that. Just craziness all the time. Why your life have to be so crazy all the time? That's why you got to go get help. That's why you got to go get help. Thank you. Melanie will say, good evening, Miss Granny. I enjoy your show. And you are so very pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that. God bless you. Thank you so much North Carolina. Thank you. Leslie say, Bumpy just like the man on Why Did I Get Married? They knew when she was lying every time. She said, you know what I mean? Bumpy, he's saying the same thing. She's a big liar. I can't pronounce your name. Salt or Seif? Seif say you right. You all right? Yes, thanks for asking. I just got just a little choke with mine. I'm good. Thank you so much. Tamika said, you said, oh yeah, now I remember. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now I remember. That thing was funny when that lady said that in that song. When Betty Wright said her mama told her that. That was funny. Lovely says, when those kids was going to talk about their trauma, they got older. You call it once again, my sister. Always on point. She was always on point. We know that she'll be coming back soon. And I'm trying not to say her name because I don't want everybody to start talking about her name. But I hear you, sister. I got it. When she come back next week, then they can start back blaring out her name. Cheryl McHale said, that is so true. She called it. Yes, she did. Our queen called it. Absolutely. Everybody know who I'm talking about. Les Ross said, Granny, it's so sad that her followers on Facebook is saying he's broke that. He's broke. That's why he's saying this. She was broke. That's why she started talking about her life. So what? So your point is, what are you trying to say? I need 13 people to hit the like button, guys. 13. So he's doing exactly the same thing his mother did. When she came to social media back in 2010, 2014, she was doing skits. And the skits wasn't going that well. She was just doing everything. Throwing her child up in the air, doing a hurricane, tornado, just doing everything, trying to get noticed. So when she started talking about her life, it got a lot of people attention. And people start noticing her and paying attention. So what's wrong with him doing it? She did it. Now she's 1 million followers strong. So why can't he do it? Look at the pot calling the kettle black. Shame on you. She was broke. And she was recently broke again. She just said that. That's why she's doing all those ridiculous skits. That's why she's standing on corners with a diaper on, playing like she a crackhead. That's crazy. She ain't got no shame. Anything for a laugh and anything for a dime. Sister, can you spare a dime? Money can drive some people out of their mind for the love of money. People will lie and people will steal. People don't care who they hurt or kill for the love of money. A woman will sell her precious body for some piece of paper that carries a lot of weight. Oh, that mean green. Granny just went all the way in on that one. Cheryl said, yeah, asked Granny. She said that everybody was doing witchcraft and voodoo and ropes. Yeah, she said all of this stuff. We're repeating what she said. That's it. We're just giving everybody a rough um, refreshing course on everything that's been said out here on social media by, we call her Bumpy Johnson. I call her Tree. Some people call her a movie star, not. And she got a lot of names out here. Some people call her the comedian. But yeah, we all talking about the same person. Killakenz mom, Mammy, legal guardian at that time. Beatrice said she should be apologizing to him with her raggedy eyes. I don't blame Killakenz. I will let everybody know about her. That's right. Make that money. Don't let the money make you. Leslie say, Cheryl surely did. Lovely say, Beatrice, love. Cheryl say, exactly, Beatrice. Bridget say, let's rock. I believe him because for real, for real day one, his reality hadn't changed. His story has never, ever, ever faltered. Ever changed. Still saying exactly the same thing. And he still got the paperwork of the lie detector test that he passed. He presented that also. Everybody know he's telling the truth. Everybody know. Even her supporters know that he's telling the truth. But Bumpy keep twisting the truth. Yes, she is. She's twisting it like a merry-go-round. Les Rock say, exactly, Bridget. Hey, my sister, Lisa Clark. I thought I spoke to you already, but I see Tracy speaking to you. Bridget say, Granny, Bumpy is sick, is a sick person. Yes, Bumpy said her daughter was SA. We got to watch our words, guys. Please be careful of my chat because you two don't play about certain things. Follow my lead. Certain words you just cannot say. Please. Let's rock. No, Granny, we are answering you. You just know. Cheryl said, I think the only reason why he smoked weed is to numb himself from all this disturbing stuff that has been done to him. I agree with that. I know what y'all doing. Y'all answering that question that I had asked. I get it. I'm not lost in the sauce by a long shot. I laugh at myself because I keep reading the same question and it's been answered. So that's it. So we on the same page, guys. Granny got it. When she tried to get her mom to get on live to discuss her childhood trauma, she even offered to pay her, and her mom declined. Her mom is just like her, or she just like her mom. Don't want to face it. Think that if you don't talk about it, it's going to go away. She messed her up. I want to know why the other kids didn't get messed up like Trees. Do y'all think the other sibling is messed up in some way? They just not on social media talking about it? Because Tree's mind is really jacked up, guys. Really jacked up. Bridget say, I believe that Bridget says, Cheryl. Let's say she should have broke that chain when she started having kids. Yeah, I've been read that a long time ago. Granny, he said he still okay, I read that. Because I read some of the comments at the bottom, guys, and then I go up and come back down. So that's why I'm running into the ones that that I already read. Granny, if them children went to seek help, them children wouldn't be in her care because of them children would have opened up a can of worms, lying, unfit, ugly duckling. Thank God for my mom, protecting me and my sibling. Love my mom to pieces, says Leslie. I'm just so happy that God placed me with the right family. I'm so happy that I was never traumatized in that way. I feel so sorry for everybody that was so messed up. I feel so bad for people that were put in the system and they just could never find anybody to love them the right way. The system let them down, their family let them down, and these are children. And they grow up to be grown-ups, they are so messed up because they never found anybody to love them right. They was broken. People just took advantage of them, mistreated them, treat them so bad, and now when they get grown, they hate everybody. They hate everybody. They feel like the world let them down. Why nobody came to save them? They hate God. They mad at God. They want to know why God never came and saved them. Why did God let them go through that? Really? It's a lot of people that have been messed up by this system of things. I don't know what happened to the foster care system. I think one of the things that happened when they start allowing ordinary people to adopt and to become foster parents, only thing they had to do is go take like a 2-week course or maybe a month course so they can learn how, and then they can put in an application. But then they offered them money to open up their homes. So we know people would do anything for money. So they opened up their homes and they was letting all of these different children come in. They didn't have a stable home themselves. It was already all type of stuff going on in these homes. But they were put on their best representative, go into these office, into these facilities, put in the application to become foster parents, knowing that they was not qualified. A lot of them was already damaged. They was broken. And they take these children and they go hurt them even more. They take them from their parents that are abusing them and mistreating them, and they put them in an even worse situation. Now they went from being beat with anything that the parents could get their hands on to be touched by grown people. So they're just broken. They just like, well, damn. This stranger pretended when we was at the foster care home that they were such a nice person. Don't you want to come to my house? I have toys, I have food, and I love children. And that's all a lonely child want to hear. It's so much love. You got a brother and a sister, and the brother be an 18-year-old teenager that's messed up, messing with the cute little new girl. You know, this is just sad. Everybody dropped the ball on these children. And then they put them out into society to function with the general population. And it's crazy. Let them go have counseling, maybe once or twice, and say, oh, they're good. Send me my check. They don't check behind them. They don't make sure the kids no longer need help. They just sign off, just like they some type of product. Sign off. Yes. Lot Lovely say deceitful foster parent that abused kids. And then they get paid money. They get that monthly check. The more kids they take in, the more money they get. Ain't no love there. I mean, I'm not saying in every instant. I don't want you guys to ever understand me. It is some good people in the world, but it's so many that are not. And these people was foster parents to these kids. You got children whose parents was unalive and they had to find somewhere to place them. And they put them in these broken homes. It is bad. We can't blame nothing but the system. The system. We got so many messed up people. I know people have always been messed up in the world at some people, but when I was a kid, they only had a few mental facilities. But as I got older, they kept opening up more and more and more mental facility. There was so many mental facilities throughout the land. They was everywhere because everybody was, these kids that was already messed up was mating. They was producing. They was having these kids that was deformed. Then they get up and they make and they make some more deformed kids and disturbed kid, mentally, psychotic, all of this. And they just throw it into the general population. Some of them, you can't even tell something is wrong with them by looking at them. Now the general population, male and female, looking at them, smiling at them, they mating with them. So it's more. They got a chemical imbalance in their brain because you made it with somebody that was retarded, but you couldn't tell they were retarded. You didn't know. You didn't know their family background. They were just cute. That's all you knew. And you wanted to have their baby. It runs deep. It runs deep. I need 3 people to hit the like button, guys. It runs deep. So many kids been messed up. Classy lady said he needs to go to school or take up a trade. You two at TikTok may not be here. Yes, that's why I told them last night, classy lady, please don't spend all your money. Save some of your money for a rainy day. It'll be an awesome thing if you took up a trade. You got to figure out something that's going to be a source of income for the rest of your life. Cheryl said, Granny, if you could remember, he said that she didn't like him because he was dark. But he's not. He is light as I am. And I don't consider myself dark. She liked the other kids because they were light-skinned. I understand what you're saying, though, but that's disturbing. That's being prejudiced with your own kids. You know? Beatrice say that's not normal. Just because it happened in her family, everybody don't do mess like that. Everybody ain't hunching. Well, allegedly, she said the father was her cousin. So nasty. Talking about teenager father is her cousin? Wow. Lynette said, I think his father didn't want anything to do with her. I remember him saying that the grandmother didn't want to have anything to do with her. I know he said that. Class lady said he needs to go. Okay, I read that. Sharon said, it's never going to go away. She needs to seek a therapist, but God is also going to hold her accountable for action. Everyone on TikTok is tearing her trifling ass up, and I'm loving it. Lynette, the son says she was mad because his father didn't want no relationship with her. Beatrice, all she does is lie. Teenagers telling the truth on her. I hate to say this, but she looks guilty. Okay, guys, let's go down to the bottom a little bit so I can catch up with my comments. We're almost at the end. She felt like it didn't matter, says Lynette. Lovely said, I believe wholeheartedly she did something to that little, me too, LaWanda. Me too, baby. I ain't gonna speak it. She can't go around other kids because she touched them inappropriately. She told us that. Other kids, yeah, she said that. That the little girl be touching on other kids inappropriately. Yes, she said that. I'm so happy that we're on the same page and we all be seeing the same videos and hearing the same thing. So it doesn't sound as though I'm saying something that nobody else ever heard before. So that helps a lot. Hey, Linda Black. Thank you. Said I like as I came in. Thank you so much. Life lesson say, her Auntie Wanda hurry back home when she didn't want part of that. Some of her family members probably watching as well. Let me see, can I read that over? Auntie Wanda hurried back home. Oh, she's back already? She back already? Because she was just saying yesterday that she went to spend time with her family at a family reunion or something like that, and she was missing her so much. You mean to tell me she's back already? Wow. Okay now. She was the oldest child, just like Killakenz is the oldest. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought her sister was the older than her. So she was the oldest child. Now look, guys, look what happened to one of the sisters that's in jail right now. She murked somebody because I don't know what they were fighting her or what, but see, that's that trauma coming out. Y'all heard the story that Killakenz gave last night when he said it was some little child messing with him at school. So he decided to take a weapon to school and he was going to use it on that little girl. So other children are in danger. When we put our kids with these kids that's been traumatized, and they've been picked on their whole life, our kids are in trouble because we don't know they're traumatized. Our kids don't know that they're traumatized, but it's wrong to pick at anybody. I don't want to put the wrong message out, but he was going to hurt somebody's kid with that weapon that he took to school with him. He said they pulled him out of class, but he was getting ready to hurt that girl. He said he felt bad. He choked up. He said he was finna hurt that girl. He took a knife. He took a weapon. And he said he was going to hurt that girl. So just know that the three that she has with her now, they traumatized. Especially, she came and told everybody one of the twins was. Y'all remember when they told the story about one of the twins was messing with this boy at school, and they caught him, but he was in the restroom trying to make the little boy do things, and he was choking the kid. Y'all remember that? I know they are traumatized. I know they are broken. I know that. I know that. She said it when they was with their grandmother. And she called and told her what had happened. And she said, you got to put this boy in counseling because he at school doing this and he was choking the kid. You all know that she had to get rid of that new dog because this same kid, the same twin, was doing things to the animal. Do y'all know that she already told us this story about her uncle doing things with animals? I guess she's telling her kids these stories. That is so cray-cray. That is so cray-cray. Give me 2 more lights, guys. It's so cray-cray. It's so cray-cray, guys. Y'all see, I'm stuck. I'm lost of words. I don't even know what to say. I didn't even think about that till just now. When she said she had to get rid of the dog because one of the twins had the dog in his room trying to choke the dog or do something to the dog. Yeah. And that's why she said, she lied so much, guys. You have to take it with a grain of salt. That's why she got rid of that dog, because one of the twins was trying to hurt the dog. So she had to get rid of the dog. Lovely says she said that boy daddy is her cousin years ago. Wow. The life of Patricia said, yes, Granny, the lady gone back home. Thank God, but she's coming back though. She told everybody yesterday, Trish told everybody yesterday she just went to a family reunion. She's coming back. She's coming back. That's what Trish told everybody yesterday on her live, because she put in her live that I'm so sad that she's gone. And I thought she was talking about somebody that was unalive. And somebody else thought the same thing. She said, no, I'm talking about my roommate, my auntie Wanda. She went to visit her family. She'll be back. She said that. So she's coming back. Lifetime movie says, Lovely. Lifetime movie. Disturbing. Yes, yes, yes. So listen. Let me see. Let me come in the middle and make sure. Hey, ADHD, I'm so sorry. I saw you, love. I meant to say hello. I was so engulfed in my comments, trying to make sure I read everybody's comment, and I overlooked you, but I saw you. So forgive me. Forgive me, family. ADHD, how you doing? Lovely say very strange. Fats. Tater Bud. Hey, Tater. Sexy Gal 48. Hey. Everybody hit the like button for me. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, Vincent and others that is not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, okay? Riri says she's stuck in traffic. My poor sister. Life lesson say, in my opinion, Auntie Wanda helped her with money to get back in that house. In my opinion, that could be, perhaps. Bruno Ferrero said, God bless you and you as well. After Dark said, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. The other three are so afraid of her that still child abuse. I feel so sorry for those kids. He said he's not letting up off her until she stopped exploiting his siblings. She would never lie down. She has zero accountability. She would never live that down, says Lovely. She has zero accountability. She doesn't want to change. She thrives off of trauma. That's why she's passed it on to her kids. Guys, I feel so sorry for the life that is in front of them. I feel sorry for the life in front of them. And they said, they did a skit saying, where's our money? You have been using us to help you with these skits. And she said, this house and my life insurance. When I pass, have to wait for you to be unalive to get any money? My question to you, I want to ask you that. So do you have to pass? They can't get some money while they're alive? They're working now. They don't want to wait for a life insurance. If you're not going to let those 14-year-olds go get summer jobs, you should pay them cash money in their hand. They should see their money. They should see what they're working for. They should be able to see that they're 14. That's installing good values in them when they see their money. When you go in and buy everything, you know that your lost long friend that passed away, Keisha T, said you had a real bad habit. Even her, as a grown adult, you wouldn't give her no money for all the things that she did. You wanted to buy things for her. That's you being controlling. You're so controlling. And I know it's a sign thing. But see, I'm not that way. I am in some way, but I'm not totally. You are obsessed with controlling all situations. That's why you yell and scream at those kids, because you want total control over them. You are so controlling till you have made it a mental issue. You can be too controlling, and that's you. You're overbearing controlling. You're too controlling. Give them the money that they're working for. What are you paying them an hour? What are you paying them a skit? Why do they gotta wait for you to be unalive to see money? What if you outlive them? They never gonna get paid? Make it make sense. Les Ross say, because she's too busy trying to discredit him. Can't sleep. TikTok ain't playing with her. Kitty lover, hey baby, drop. Life lesson say he's basically is asking her to take accountability. Beatrice say, Bumpy, you will see this again. Okay, I read that. So guys, that's really all the comments. You guys did so amazing. Thank you all for hitting that like button. Mwah. Thank you all for the gifts. Thank you all for the super stickers, the super chats, the cash apps, the membership, the subscribing to the channel. You guys are so amazing. Y'all keep Granny going. Granny love each and every one of you guys just like family. You all are my virtual. I depend on you guys. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you guys every time I hit the like button. I feed off your energy. I am a true empath. I feed off energy. I love you guys, and I thank you guys for loving me. Life lesson says she promised that girl to look out for her and treat her bad when she came to Atlanta from Florida. She worked so hard. She was watching the kids. She was cooking. She was cleaning. She was working in the warehouse. She was doing everything. And one day she snapped. She was pissed off. She said she don't never want to give me my money. She want to go out and buy things for me. She want to buy my food. She want to buy my clothes. I don't want her to buy my food. I don't want her to buy my clothes. I want her to give me my own money so I can go do my own thing. So listen. In 5 minutes, we will have been on for 2 hours, so we're going to finish it out. Love to say everyone enjoy the rest of your evening. I got to go find me something to eat, guys. Y'all know I shop day by day. I got to stop doing that, but I think I'm going to have me a chicken garlic pasta with broccoli That sounds very, very good. And I think I'm gonna fix that. It's a 20 a 25 minute preparation, cook and everything meal. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm eating kind of late, but I'm gonna go ahead and get something in me. You, of course, you guys know Granny have not eaten anything, but I'm okay. I feel so strong. I don't. If it was bad for me, guys, I wouldn't do it. It just slows down my metabolism at a crawl because I don't eat enough. But I'm so good when I'm working. If I'm working, guys, I'm not thinking about food. I just be into what I'm doing, and food be the last thing on my mind. But now I'm getting ready to wind down, so I would definitely be eating me a bite. Caleb, I'm so happy that you're here, and I just love your godly spirit. And I would never say anything against you putting your comments in the chat. You see, it's a different crowd. We do our morning inspiration in the morning only. When I come on in the evening, we're talking about stuff that's going on social media. But God's word is always welcome in my chat. So you're not doing anything wrong. Don't feel like I'm ignoring you, but I just love for you to just stay where you are, do what you do, and I'm going to keep the show going. Okay, sister? Thank you, Caleb. I think Caleb is a guy or a girl, but I'm just going to, I don't really know, but I just want you to know that it's all good. It's all good. Keep spreading the word. That's what you're supposed to do. You just keep spreading the word. I had a song for you guys. What was that darn song I was going to play? I wish I had wrote it down. I had something good for y'all. And I can't remember. Hey, Lady K90, where you been, girl? You don't miss the whole show. Sister J. Gill, if you're listening, we miss you. 3 lives. Y'all, she been missing the live. She be like, Granny, I missed the live. But our sister be working hard, y'all. She work in the evening time, so she would definitely catch the replay. We love us some J. Gill 69, y'all. She's very much loved. So, guys, I'm excited for our queen to come back on next week. I wonder what she's going to be doing. I wanted to say this to this lady. Y'all know this lady that called herself, y'all, if I say Teddy Pendergrass, well, y'all know who I'm talking about. If I say Teddy Pendergrass, y'all know who I'm talking about. So she did a live, and she called herself Picking With Me. So she said Aunt Asta is going to bust hell wide open. So first of all, it's not what they call you, what you answer to. I used to love Fred Sanford and Son, and it's an honor to be compared to such a Christian woman as Aunt Esther. So thank you for comparing me with a godly woman. I really appreciate that, Teddy Pendergrass. But as far as busting hell wide open, it's gonna be already bust open because you're going first. It's gonna be already bust open because you are going first. So how can I bust something open that's gonna already be bust open? Bust open. So don't forget that. After you, my dear, and thank you for such kind words. I love to be compared to Aunt Esther. She played her part, didn't she? Every time you saw her, she had that Bible, and she was not playing with her brother-in-law, the heathen. And I'm not playing with you left-siders, heathens. I'm not playing with you guys. And for the cow, the hillbilly, the country girl, in Franklin, Texas, will you please stop worrying about my pom-pom and what came out of my pom-pom and what went into my pom-pom? It's mine, not yours. You got yours to keep clean and worry about yours. And take your finger out of the one that one of your supporters and your tongue out of their poo-poo. You know what I'm talking about. They puss. Get your mouth off their puss and stop worrying about my puss. I don't want you to watch over my puss. I have not given you permission. You're not the gatekeeper of my puss. Stop worrying about my puss. You got way too much going on, girl. You got way too much going on. Just keep begging, keep making money, taking it to the casino. You ain't got nothing. And I refuse to argue with somebody who has absolutely nothing at the age of 40 plus. A whole grown woman ain't got nothing. You lost it all, didn't you? And you're still losing. And you will continue to lose. This is your life. This is your life. You ain't got nothing. You ain't gonna never have nothing. You don't want nothing. You ain't about nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't got nothing. Anybody associated with you, they ain't got nothing. They ain't about nothing. They don't want nothing. Y'all just a nothing group of people. The whole nothing group talking about leader and conductors of what? You ain't nothing. This is probably the most you ever had. That's why you be out here claiming, because you ain't never had nothing. You ain't never had no home. You ain't never had no apartment. It ain't yours when you 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 months behind in mortgage and rent. It's not yours. You a squatter. You've been a squatter for the past 20 plus years. You was a squatter. You are a piss poor Mammy. How can you talk about trees when you ain't no better? Ain't no telling what your kids did. All them boys and that one girl, because you sure wasn't watching them. You was at the casino. Losing all the money. Losing all the money. And Big Titty Patches, he ain't about nothing. He's spending all the money too. Ain't got nothing. Put your ass in a horse stable and say, we're going to call this home. Treat your ass like livestock. Girl, go sit down, and I digress. Shaking my head. Shaking my head. Ain't got nothing, don't want nothing. That's what nothing looks like, guys. Don't be like her. Don't be like that, guys. Don't nobody be like that. This lady, 21 years wasted. Wasted. Can't get out the mud. Can't get up off the ground. Sad. And she want to fight and argue with upstanding women that got it going on. Girl, gone. If anybody wastes time and talk to you, they're crazy. I wouldn't even talk to you in real life. I would treat you like what you are, a bomb. I'd be like, get away from me, you peasant. Get away from me, you funky cow. Go take a bath. Go wash your mouth. Go brush your teeth. Get away from me. Get away from me. That's what I would say to you. You're nothing. I don't even see you. Where are you? Where are you? I can't see you. I will stare straight through you. Where are you? I can't see you. I can't see you. You are nothing. You are nothing. Repeat after me. You are nothing. You're nothing. Love you guys. got a slice of bread. She was going to eat bologna with no bread, guys. We can talk about this bomb forever and crack jokes on her. She is the whole town's laughing at you. Silly fool. Look at you. The whole town's laughing. Whole town's laughing at you. Look at you on YouTube. Silly fool. Ain't got nothing. Shut up. Shut up. You know I didn't. You talking about everyone have a blessed, wonderful night and weekend. You talking about that? You talking about that, Tracy? No, I'm finna go eat. Okay, so I love you guys. I'll see you later. Mwah.